first of all, a lot of people have made a big deal about like what he did was illegal, pulling the gun out.
I don't care about that.
Well, there is something to speak on it, right? Because if he broke the law, that's illegal. Yeah. And then now there is recourse to remove funds from him. There's recourse to kick him off the team. They'll ban him from the league. I don't think he brandished it in a menacing way. That is the law. You're allowed to show your gun. I'm sure we're going to see a picture of fucking Jokic in wherever the hell he is from this summer with like a shotgun over his shoulder going to hunt deer, right? That's normal. That's okay.
Going to fight Russia.
There it is. Step up.
We see fucking politicians in their Christmas photos with all fucking AKs 100%. And shit like that.
Now, this being said, if you're Ja, the deal is very reasonable from the NBA. It's very reasonable. It's you get $200 million to bounce a fucking basketball, try to get it into the hoop, and pretty much lose every season because you don't have a fucking chance, right? And you get $200 million. That's what it is. And just don't pretend to be in a gang on camera. You can pretend to be in a gang. Play dress up with your boys. Throw your fingers up in goofy ways. Tote the guns. Do all the goofy shit.
In the security of your own home with the cameras off. Don't go outside.
Hey, do it at the club with no cameras. Do it in your car with no cameras. This is why I'm saying the friends are fucking stupid. And he's stupid for engaging with them in it. The second the phone comes outside, I've had friends that are in positions where when I was coming up, they could lose something by being associated with me. And we kept those relationships private. I knew I was saying some wild shit, and I knew them being around me in their corporate positions could hurt their job opportunities. And these are best friends, like closest friends in the world. And I'm on a podcast every single fucking week talking about my friends. We've told stories about them on this podcast, and these people have no clue who they are because I'm protecting them from what I know I could do. And this is jokes. Imagine real life shit. Idiots.
To
me, it shows you don't care about your friend. You care more about your fucking Instagram live than you do about your friend. You care more about yourself. That's why you clout chasing, goblin, gold digging right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong about the intention. I think though that still lets him off the hook a bit. Where it's like, yo, he might want clout off of you, but you see you're on IG Live.
Oh, he's also an idiot.
You've done this exact thing.
No, I'm not. He's number one idiot.
Yeah.
Right?
What's the hierarchy of videos?
Yeah, he's the dumbest person that you can be in the NBA. It's,
young, dumb, and immature.
No, I'm tired of this young, dumb shit because they got 19-year-old Ukrainians out there that are getting fucking shot up in Russia, right?
Yeah, but they're toting their guns, though. that's their
go
job.
to Russia! Ja Morant, go to Ukraine!
That guy.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to pull out the strap, there are places you could do it legally and be rewarded.
And play ball, too, probably. They would love you.
There was a dude, he was a Crip, I think he's Brick Boy or some shit like that. He was rolling 60, and he was like, yo, if you want to be about that life, come be with us for a weekend.
Yes.
You want to tote your little guns? Yeah. Come spend a weekend with us.
I'm not saying what he's doing isn't dumb.
Yeah. And he was like, do a ride-along.
It's like a study abroad. Is that open? Can I do that?
You know how much fun it is to go like that? Like, that seems fun.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine you dunk on someone and you just want to throw something up with your fingers. It's great.
You saw the cop that did it?
What'd he do?
There was a cop in New York that
but he was making fun of the gangbangers.
I don't know. Apparently, people were like, oh, he held it up so good. Like, he's got to be affiliated.
He might have.
But he like, popped that shit out. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But he's like in full uniform, just like repping.
Boom. There it is. I guess what I'm saying is like, we acknowledge that the behavior is stupid, but this is a 23-year-old man, okay? 23-year-old man. Stop calling him a kid. That's that... Honestly, that's more racist, to be honest.
Why? How is this about race?
Because you're just making it. You're like, oh, he's just 23-year-old. He don't know how to make decisions.
No.
Would you hold the same thing?
I'm not saying he's.
If Luka got caught with a gun, would you be like, he's 23, he's breaking the law, but he's 23. That's his point. I don't think that's fully wrong.
I am not. I'm saying
you gotta have higher expectations for black people.
Accountability.
You gotta have higher expectations for black people
because I don't like that.
No, but one thing that is bothering me is
there is a racial component here.
Yeah.
If it was a white dude with a fucking gun, he was out in Montana hiking, hunting or whatever like that, nobody's making a big deal of it. The fact that he is showing the gun off in this like
it's the way that he's doing it.
Way,
but here's the
the most cliche, corny way to do it.
I think the context is also important because he got priors in the court of public opinion. He apparently allegedly beat up a 17-year-old, pulled a gun on him at a pickup basketball game at his own fucking house. Apparently, him and his boys train lasers at the Pacers team bus. These are all allegations. They're not for sure, but you hear this. Yeah. Then you see him at the strip club pull out the gun. Then you see him another time with a gun, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Take race out of it. If Bo Jackson has a shotgun, I'm like, this motherfucker going hunting. His black ass is going hunting. That's a hunting-ass black man right there.
Yeah, he's made some money. Now he's hunting.
So this thing where
You're 100% right.
I think there's this thing where we don't want to look like sellouts. We don't want to look like whatever. And I get that, but a lot of black people are letting him off the hook, and it's like, bruh, come on.
Nobody's letting him
no,
off
there's
the
a
hook.
redirect.
You saying he's a child? Like he's not a child?
No. I'm saying that.
Been in the public eye since he's 16
what
years
he's
old.
doing is dumb, but also I can relate to the fact that he's 23 years old, and all the fucking kids around his same age, especially if he's a big fan of these rappers, and they're doing the same thing
then
in
no
their
one
video.
Under 25?
Wait. So just like us back in the day, think about 15 years ago when AI was doing all the stupid shit out in the streets. We heard a bunch of stories, but there was no social media back then.
Tour announcement coming to Salt Lake Memorial Day weekend. Just adding that last minute, so look out for that. Tickets at theandrewschultz.com. Thank you guys so much for selling out the shows in Gary, Indiana, and Temecula. We added another one in Reno. Still a few tickets up for that one, and then of course Calgary. So make sure you go get that. Theandrewschultz.com. We're adding a bunch more dates. It's great to be back on the road, man. I'm so excited about it. So thank you guys so much for coming out to those shows in Phoenix. That was crazy, and I hope to see you all out there soon. Peace.
Ja Morant is being dumb.
Yeah.
But, like, I think you're saying, oh, he's the dumbest motherfucker in the world, da-da-da-da-da. And I think you're being a bit harsh on a 23-year-old who is just emulating some of the fucking rappers that he looks up to.
If we're gonna, and I understand you're saying it, but you're saying he's young, and the but is what people are always going to focus on. So if okay, fine. I can live in a world where young people are allowed to do dumb shit, then you don't get to make $200 million. If you're under 26 years old, you don't get $200 million. Because you keep fucking up because you're young and dumb, so you're going to keep fucking up. If we pay him $20 million, $5 million, whatever, well, you're young and dumb, so you get let off the hook. Cool. But you only get $5 million. You don't get $200 million and then skate on repercussions. You don't get paid grown-ass man money more than most people will ever see in their entire lifetime through their lineage. And then be like, well, yeah, but you're 23.
But he's still going to work and doing his job.
Work at McDonald's.
But he's still going.
No. If you want to act like that, work at McDonald's.
No,
because
but
nobody cares.
He's still going to work and doing his job. He's going on the court and fucking balling out of control. Wait. Yes.
It's not his job.
So now.
That's part of his job.
Outside of the job.
No, that's not. No. That's part of the job. You sign an agreement to not engage in behavior that is detrimental to the league or your team. He got slapped on the wrist for it. He can also not go skiing. If he goes skiing, he could injure himself in a way that could be detrimental to the team. So when you sign on the dotted line for the $200 million, it's also don't be out there with the guns, waving them, be in a strip club, getting caught with them. That is part of the contract. The reason I'm calling him dumb is because he was given the opportunity to rectify the situation, and he went right back to doing the same exact thing.
Yes, and I agree. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're not disagreeing. I'm not saying he's not dumb. I'm just saying I think the way people are coming down on him, like, how could you, da-da-da-da, and we are going to act like we weren't in our early 20s and doing some dumb shit. Like, we all did dumb shit, but yes, we expect more of him at the level and everything that's on the line. We expect more of him, but at the same time, he's still a fucking 21-year-old.
This was going to happen. First of all, like, the gun shit is really tricky, obviously, because he has a legal right to own a firearm. The reason why they didn't prosecute him with the strip club shit, I think, is because Denver was just like, so now we have to prosecute every single person that drops their gun in the strip club that's legally owned. This is America. And I don't know if you can write laws to remove people's constitutional rights as part of their job.
Weirdly, I think that one he actually said that wasn't his gun.
Yeah, he did.
Or,
he said it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't. But I think from my understanding, what the police said is like, we can't prosecute every single one of these circumstances because he was holding it, at least in the club, which would be legal if you have a license to carry a gun. And I believe in Colorado, you can have a license to carry a gun. It seems like a big nature state. You would have fucking a reason why you would need a gun or own it. So I think that what he did wasn't illegal. The issue here is he made an agreement He's like, okay, I see what I did was wrong, and I'm not going to do it anymore. And as part of the $200 million I get, this is one of those little things I just don't get to do. My friends get to do it. I wish I could do it. You know what else I wish I could do? Cocaine, because that shit looks really fun, but I can't because they drug test me. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different things you wish you could do, but you can't, and you get $200 million for it.
Yeah.
If you want to do them things, work at McDonald's, because McDonald's don't care. McDonald's has no anti-gun policy. McDonald's has no anti-cocaine policy. Like, there are so many different ways you could live that life.
I think it's required. I think cocaine
you
is
actually.
I
To do
think it's a part of it.
Yeah.
What is the max though at McDonald's? That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I bought some of that the other day.
Literally the max. Let's go.
Here's the unfortunate thing. In order for him to be forgiven for this, because he will be forgiven, it's not really that big a deal in my opinion. I defend him more with the gun because guns are legal and it's a constitutional right. It's more the disrespect of the agreement that he had with the team after the first punishment. So what they're going to have to do now, and this sucks, they're going to humiliate him. They're going to make him take all of his guns to a gun buyback place, and he's going to have to publicly say guns are stupid.
Melt it down.
Yeah, they're literally going to go, bad boy, and spank him. Yeah. They're going to spank him fucking publicly. And it's like, do you want that, bro?
No, absolutely not. And that sucks.
And this is what I also think.
It's disappointing.
And that's going to make him rebel more because he's like, oh, they just make an example out of me. Fuck that. All my friends think I'm pussy. All the rappers I look up to think I'm pussy. So now I got to make them feel like I'm not pussy. And I'm going to go do some crazier shit. And this is going to keep on fucking happening.
Two things. One you touched on earlier, which is what I think you're forgetting. There was a lot of buildup to this. He got in trouble once. We didn't come down on him on this podcast. We didn't insult him, shout him down for 15 minutes. Multiple times you've done. Son, you beating up 17-year-olds over a pickup game.
That story's hilarious too.
Bro, that's
do you know that?
insanity.
No, what?
He was like doing a pickup game at his place, like at his mansion, and like people came over, and he got into an argument with one of the guys that came over.
He was 17 years old.
17 years old.
Beat his ass, pulled a gun on him.
He goes inside, gets his gun allegedly, puts it in his waistband, then comes back outside, and then keeps arguing with him, and then lifts up the waistband to show him the gun.
So you don't think this is the dumbest guy ever?
Which is hilarious. He's like
you don't think he's
it's so
one
funny
of the
that he's like,
stupidest
I gotta
people
go get my
ever?
gun really quick, and then goes upstairs. He's like, okay,
That's what I'm saying. We're not coming down on him for no reason. There's not the first time. He didn't pull a gun out at once, and he's the model citizen. He been dumb as fuck.
I bet you he flashed his waistband and was like, oh, fuck, I don't have my gun. And then ran upstairs and got it, and then he's like, now look, this is what I meant to do.
And I think the only hope you have is you gotta trade this guy. I think the only hope I was talking to Derek Poston about this, shouts to Derek, but weeks ago when we were in Denver together, and I was like, yo, what happens? Because Memphis, from what I understand, they don't fuck around. It can swallow you up. It got young Dolph. And I was like, how does he get out of this? And he was like, he doesn't. You got to trade him to Sacramento or fucking
Orlando. Let's go.
Orlando?
Send him to Orlando,
Put him
baby.
in Disney World at a
Bring
Disney
all
resort.
that gun energy over here.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go.
send him to Orlando, baby.
If he was a Knick right now,
I'm not gonna lie,
I
if he's
would
a
be.
Knick, he didn't do nothing
There
wrong.
we go.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He's 23.
He's a kid. He's a child.
He's a kid.
We're all
He's a
immature.
kid.
We're all
But you the
immature.
ops. You don't think you're the ops right now. So get your life together, dumbass.
Bro,
You also forget New York will send Plaxico Burress to jail for having a gun. They don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. He'd be in jail already if he was in New York.
New York, that motherfucker be in jail.
we getting rid of a few players. You don't
Yeah.
think I'm trying to get his ass over here?
Hey, bro.
Hey, come
Hey,
on,
bro.
son. Yo, New York, we just love you.
New Yorkers, listen, New York,
Yes.
New York Knicks, we love you, and by you we mean Jalen Brunson, okay, and maybe Josh Hart.
Yes. Okay.
The rest of y'all could go.
Duh, fucking.
The rest of y'all could go.